Hello everyone, I'm Steve from RC Boat Company. For 2024, I'm going to give you all the information on my gas scale limited hydroplanes. This is 16.667 scale, also known as gas scale. The hull for 2024, I'm making, they come vacuum infused. The hull is all carbon fiber, and the cowling comes all carbon fiber, vacuum infused, as well as the wing set. It will also come with air scoops, epoxy fiberglass. Now these are just, they get epoxy to the side of your cowling as the real Atlas van lines. And also standard in the hull, I epoxy in this aluminum, piece of aluminum to show you for the mounting your turn fin bracket. An option you can order with this is a epoxy fiberglass radio box with the Lexan lid. I've since made it smaller, and I made it with the flange on the outside, a little bit easier access. I'll show you once it's inside the boat. This boat has it so that it will work right into the hull. Now I'm going to show you the inside of the hull. I'm going to show you the wood rails, how I set this thing up and everything. And just before I do that, the vacuum infused process allows this to be a really strong cowling hull, all carbon fiber. This weighs 1/2 pound. The boat, 7.5 pounds. So 8 pounds total, the cowling and the hull complete. So here I'm going to show you the inside of the hull and how, if you go for the option of the radio box, if you don't want the radio box, what I'll do is there's wood rails inside the hull here, and what I do, if you get a radio box, is I make a little part where this thing will sit right inside there, and it will just sit inside there just like that. And the thing is, I didn't epoxy this in the hull, and the reason I didn't epoxy it in, it's easier for you to build this radio box outside the hull, and I'll do a video showing you the servos I use, how I set it up. It'll make it really nice, really simple setup for you. Or if you opt to go without it, the wood rails will be solid inside there. Okay, so the wood rails that are inside the hull are 1/8 inch, and they're 1/8 inch, and then where the engine mounts, I backed it up with 3/16 plywood to make it thicker and a little bit stronger. You got 2 bulkheads on each side, and also up front, like all my hulls, my gas scale hulls that I make, I put the IV bag up front. There's a hook up front there, and you would hook it. Since I used to put a bulkhead across the front there, I don't anymore. The reason being is that I moved the engine pan up. So now the motor's going to go a little bit further forward, and actually underneath sitting underneath the engine will be your fuel bag, just the fuel fills on those. So it just shows you that this here, where the engine pan is, your IV bag will sit, and just right in here is where the fills will be underneath the motor. Also on this hull too, you'll see that because this Atlas ran with wings, I mount the carbon fiber wing mounts, and I leave them a little bit taller, and if you want, you could cut them down like 1 inch. Some people like them high, just so this way it gives it some more support in there, but they're just mounted solid in there. They're glass to the top of the hull and the bottom of the hull as well, so this way they're nice and strong. I also recommend using 440 nylon screws when mounting your wings to those, because this way, in case of an accident, the nylon screws will break for there. And here's a shot of the back. That was some general information on my part number SG7701H-GS. If you got any questions about this hull, you'd like to order it, email me at info@rcboatcompany.com. And just before you go, this is a great book if you want to know information on these boats. This is Hydro's Who's Who's by Jim Sharkey. If you're looking for good information, the years, when it ran, what race it ran, this is the book you need. This is what I use for my website. Of course, on my website, when you click for more details, I list the boats, the pictures of the boats, information, all that information. And one other great thing, David Newton, his father, Roger Newton, is the reason that I got into this and building these boats. So David does a podcast, and his podcast is Rooster Tail Talk. I've listened to almost every episode of it. I'll put this link on my website as well too. So if you want to listen to this while you're in the shop building the boat, and you want to listen to something really great, just listen to David Newton's Rooster Tail Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you got any information, any questions, or you want to know information on these, email me, info@rcboatcompany.com. Thank you. See you at the lake. Bye.